Encourage learning as a natural, organic process. A conversation on reimagining education and school reform. Hello. I would like to begin a conversation about why learning should be nurtured as a natural, organic process rather than a rigid, forced system. It should be obvious that children are born with an innate curiosity, capable of absorbing knowledge effortlessly through exploration, play, and real-world experiences. But doesn't it follow that if schools continue forcing structured, standardized instruction, students will lose their intrinsic motivation, disengage from learning, and see education as an obligation rather than a journey of self-discovery? Education must embrace the natural way in which children learn, through emotional connection, play, and exploration of their surroundings. A Type 7, the enthusiast Enneagram child, full of curiosity and energy, learns best by engaging with dynamic hands-on experiences, while a Type 4, the individualist, thrives through self-reflection, creative expression, and deeply personal exploration. Meanwhile, a Type 5, the investigator, drawn to intellectual depth and independent thinking, learns best through deep analysis and autonomy rather than repetitive instruction. If schools fail to recognize these organic learning preferences, they risk turning education into a restrictive, uninspiring process where students feel disconnected from their own potential. Instead, schools should create environments that encourage self-paced discovery, emotional engagement, and personal expression, allowing students to interact with knowledge in a way that feels natural and exciting to them. Learning should not be dictated by rigid schedules and standardized expectations, but rather guided by the child's own curiosity and developmental rhythm. An INFP mediator child, who naturally seeks depth and meaning in everything they learn, may need the space to connect emotionally with subjects before fully engaging, while an EST, entrepreneur, child will absorb knowledge best when allowed to interact with the world physically and socially. Similarly, a Type 9, the peacemaker, who thrives in calm, harmonious environments, may struggle in high-pressure, competitive classrooms, whereas a Type 3, the achiever, motivated by success and recognition, may flourish when given goal-oriented challenges and visible progress markers. If education imposes structured learning without respecting these natural inclinations, students will either feel pressured to conform and suppress their authentic learning styles or disengage entirely due to lack of stimulation. Schools should act as mentors rather than enforcers, gently guiding students toward knowledge, allowing them to explore freely, and providing an emotionally supportive space where they feel safe to experiment, fail, and grow. Rather than disrupting a child's natural learning process with rigid instruction, schools must integrate experiential, real-world learning that mirrors the way children absorb knowledge effortlessly outside of formal education. A Type 8, the challenger, who thrives on autonomy and leadership, will excel in self-directed projects and real-world applications, while a Type 6, the loyalist, who values structure and reassurance, will perform best in environments that provide guidance while still encouraging independent thinking. Imagine a child learning mathematics not through memorized equations, but by applying concepts in real-world problem-solving, such as budgeting for a community project or measuring materials for a creative building task. If education continues to force theoretical instruction without application, students will struggle to see relevance in their learning, leading to disinterest and disengagement. Instead, schools should embed learning in meaningful, interactive experiences where students feel naturally drawn to explore and apply what they discover. The future of school reform depends on trusting in the innate intelligence of children and removing unnecessary barriers that restrict their ability to learn freely. A Type 2, the helper, deeply motivated by connection and service, may excel in community-based projects where learning is tied to human impact, while a Type 1, the reformer, who thrives on integrity and ethical alignment, may engage best when education is linked to real-world problem-solving in justice, sustainability, or governance. It is time now to move away from rigid, one-size-fits-all education models and instead embrace learning as an organic, evolving process that allows children to develop naturally at their own pace. If schools continue to treat learning as something that must be strictly controlled, they will produce students who lack the ability to self-direct, adapt, and cultivate a lifelong love for exploration. The challenge isn't whether this shift is needed. It's whether we are ready to transform education into an inspiring journey, where teachers are not enforcers, but compassionate guides who nurture the natural curiosity and limitless potential of every child.